Okay, this is Devin Spike Part 2. I have open right now in front of me Stock Vision Power Scan. It's March 14th, 2011 to show you what happened today, earlier today. I opened a paper trade account at the beginning of today of 100,000 adjusted balance. Using Devin Spike, I made 4 trades: HOC, CINA, MED, and NYX. So let me show you, for those of you that aren't familiar, Devin Spike is a filter in Stock Vision Power Scan. I'm going to go ahead and double click on Devin Spike, and it's going to search for stocks that match my filter. So I've got BG, UTSI, Kirks, and IRE. Now right now I'm actually changing the filter to take out any stocks less than $15 a share, because I find any stocks less than $15 a share tend to have a higher probability of continuing its spikes. But let's look at this one. The idea is that you get in on the early AM spike. It's usually the early AM spike, and you ride that spike until it flattens out. So right here, as you can see, we would have gotten some nice 5% gains. Let's look at I'm going to go to my All Stocks tab, and we're going to go to my watch list. These are the 4 stocks I traded today. What I'm going to be able to do right now is rationalize my 4 trades from earlier. So we started with HOC in the early morning. The cost was $55.30. The exit was $56.65. So let's go ahead and look at my exit and entry, and I'll rationalize that for you. Now you want to use some human interaction with these trades. What you want to do is you want to look up. This is the wrong one. This is MED. I want HOC, and I usually look at the 2-minute graph. The only time I'll look at daily and other graphs is for long-term confirmations. Anyways, let's look at HOC. My entry was $55.35. As you can see, there's a big green bar here in the 2-minute graph. That means a lot of lots of money going into this at the opening bell. So I get in on that big green bar spike. Either it's going to keep going, which it did, it's going to flatten out, or it's not. In this case, I got lucky and it continued its spike. It spikes up. Once it gets to its peak and flattens out around 56.70, I sold at 56.65. So as you can see, I played that one pretty well. Let's look at our next trade. We had CINA. Our entry was $96.87. Our exit was $98.55. Let's go look at CINA. This was another pretty good one. Once again, same idea. Okay, it's got the big green bar spike in the early AM. Lots of money flow. Furthermore, the spike continues up. I was able to get in right here at $96.87. And then I was able to ride that continuation spike up to its peak at $98.55. As you can see, as soon as it started going back down, that's when I got out. And that's when I moved into the next stock, which was my big winner, MED. My entry was $17.48. I had 2 different exit prices, $18.01 and $18.10. Let's go ahead and look. MED. So this is another good example of a Devin Spiker. Now look at this. Okay, so I was watching MED for the early morning, and it hit its peak. It came off of Devin Spike right here. It got sold back down. However, once it came back up in Devin Spike and I saw this spike right here, I was able to get in at $17.48 and ride that spike. Look at those gains there. I rode the spike up to about $18.10. I didn't get max value out of it because it went up to $18.40, but I basically sold once it hit $18.30, and then I had a trailing stop on it, and it went back down to $18.10. That's when I sold at $18.01 and $18.10. Okay, so I rode the spike up to its peak, sold at the peak once it went back down. NYX was the 4th one. Let's look at that. NYX cost $35.69, exit $36.50. Let's look at this one. So why did I do NYX? Okay, I remember. So if I look at NYX, look at this big green bar right here. To me, that could be some sort of institutional buying. Lots of money flow obviously into the stock. So there's something going on here. There's a reason why this happens, and that's why I got in on the spike at around, I think, was it 35.60-ish? So I got in at 35.60-ish, and I rode the spike up to its peak. Sold. I actually sold at 36.50. Look at that. So you ride the spike up to its peak, grab it as soon as it's ready to go back down, and it's actually a pretty simple theory. It's Devin's spike theory. If you have any questions, ask me on Stock Vision Power Scan. If you don't know what Stock Vision Power Scan is, go to garsworld.com and sign up for our free trial today, no obligations. Thank you for watching.